In this video, we're going to be looking at how to convert a fraction to its equivalent fraction. Let's consider the example of three fractions, a half, 2/4, and 3/6. The fraction of a half can be represented using a bar that's divided into two equal parts, and I'm going to be shading one part out of two. The fraction of 2/4 can be represented using the same size bar, this time divided into four equal parts, and I'm going to be shading two parts out of four. And the last fraction, I'm going to be dividing the bar into six equal parts, and I'm going to be shading three parts out of six. Now, if you look at all these fractions, and if I draw a line down the middle, what we can see is that all these three fractions, a half, 2/4, 3/6, are all equal. And this is what we call equivalent fractions. To convert between equivalent fractions, what we can do is simply to multiply the top and the bottom by the same number. Let's look at a half. For a half, I notice that 2 times 2 will give me 4. Therefore, I will multiply the top number 1 by 2 also. 1 times 2 gives me 2. Therefore, a half and 2/4 are equivalent fractions. To convert a half to 3/6, what I notice is that 2 times 3 will give me 6. Therefore, I multiply 1 by 3 also. 1 times 3 is going to give me 3. Therefore, a half is equal to 3/6. Let's look at some more examples. I've got 3/5 and I want to convert it to a fraction whose denominator is 20. I notice that 5 times 4 is going to give me 20. So I'm going to multiply 3 by 4 also. 3 times 4 is going to give me 12. Therefore, 3/5 is equal to 12 over 20. For 2/3, I'm going to convert to a fraction whose denominator is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. I'm also going to multiply 2 by 4 also. 2 times 4 gives me 8. And we have 2/3 is equal to 8/12. We don't always need to multiply to convert to an equivalent fraction. In the example I'm going to be giving here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide. 25 divided by 5 is going to give me 5. Therefore, I'm going to divide 10 by 5 also, which will give me 2. So I have 10 over 25 is equal to 2/5. 18 over 30. 30 divided by 6 is going to give me 5. Therefore, I divide 18 by 6 also, which will give me 3. So we've got 18 over 30 is equal to 3/5. Sometimes you may not be able to come up with the highest common factor straight away. So I'm going to show you an example of how you can reduce fractions to its simplest form in several steps. First, I start off with 18 over 30. And I see that 30 divided by 2 is going to give me 15. So I'm going to divide 18 by 2 also. That's going to give me 9. But 9 over 15 can be reduced further. I can divide 15 by 3, which will give me 5. I then divide 9 by 3 also, which will also give me 3. So I now have 18 over 30 is equal 9/15, which is equal to 3/5 in its simplest form. Another example, I've got 28 over 42. 42 divided by 2 is going to give me 21. Therefore, I divide 28 by 2 also, which will give me 14. I now notice that I can divide top and bottom of 14 over 21 by 7. 21 divided by 7 is going to give me 3. I divide 14 by 7 also, which will give me 2. Therefore, I've got 28 over 42 is equal to 14 over 21, which is equal to 2/3.